All right, so I wanted to spend a second running through how to embed Calendly directly into VoiceFlow because I see a lot of users in the community that are using third-party software or programs or even, paying $150 in order to get this embedded into your chatbot. And I don't think that that's necessary because every time you do something like that, you're adding additional code and React.js wrappers and all sorts of things. And the nice thing about VoiceFlow is you can natively add a Calendly link directly into your chat window. And that's thanks to the ability to embed an iFrame directly into chat. So let's go over how to do this. This is a very basic flow that just welcomes you and greets you. And then you can see a button action here to schedule a call. So here's where we want to actually call our Calendly embed. And the first thing that I do is I set a variable, and here's the URL to my personal Calendly link for my agency. And I'm going to reference this variable shortly when we actually call our Calendly. And this is an iframe. So you embed this iframe, which I will paste this script in the video description below. So don't worry about it. But basically, the important thing here is this URL variable is what we set here, which is the source, which is what's going to pull from Calendly and embed it directly into the chatbot. The other thing that we have here is we have a title, we have a frame border, styling, width, and height. Now, width and height are actually extremely important for you to kind of grasp and understand, and we'll walk through here why that's the case. So what happens if we test this in VoiceFlow itself? So if I start the test from here, say I want to schedule a call, nothing happens. You see this gray box here? And that is just because the testing ability of VoiceFlow on the back end does not show this. But if you were to view this on the front end, which I'm going to show you here right now, you'll see that, let's restart this chat, start a new one. Hi, who do I have this pleasure of speaking with? Connor. Email address. Now I want to schedule a call. And now you see that my Calendly has embedded into the square, which I can scroll down and choose and schedule a time just like you would normally. Okay. And then the flow continues for the conversation design. Now look at this square here. You can see it's kind of starting to clip a little bit here. What if I go 500, 500 in VoiceFlow? And I come back here and I change this to 500. I change this to 500. And I hit publish again and we refresh. And let's start a new chat here. Goodbye. Start new chat. Connor. Schedule a call. You'll see that this window has changed in size and it has gotten larger. And now it is difficult for me to see on the right-hand side here how to choose a correct date. So keep in mind your sizing on your width and height. And this is for both mobile and desktop. So I'll show you some functionality that I'm working out on my own personal website here. You can start to see here, this is my agency website that I haven't launched yet, but it kind of walks through a scheduling here. And boom, you'll see that I have a full-blown desktop stylized Calendly. And that's because if you have the ability and knowledge of CSS, you can start to mess around with these iframes and get custom tailor-made chatbot windows with appropriate sizing based on what your window is. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there to let you know, one, what is possible, and two, how to kind of get started doing this yourself without the use of third-party plugins. So once again, it's just going through and setting up this iframe and messing around with the styling and the sizing and the borders until you get what's right. So paste your Calendly right in this URL, set the variable, and then should be good to go. I hope that this was helpful. Feel free to drop any questions in the comments below, and talk to you guys later. Thanks.